I'm heading back, I'm starting out, I'm running home. It's not unusual to fly. I'm off track, I'm getting out, I'm getting gone. It's not unusual to say goodbye. All your secrets, all your lies, all your fake alibis.
Good afternoon, folks, and welcome to episode number 26 of Vinyl Reveals. Good to have you along again. It's on an evening, it's on Thursday night, it's just started to rain. So thunder strikes and it's got a bit dark, dingy, hope you can see me. But yeah, it might go a bit crazy here, so I might get, who knows, be careful out there as well. Anyway, let's get my glasses on for episode number 26, and this one has been entitled 10 Rapid Rounds of Peanut Butter Spreading. Now, that's been suggested, coming together of two people, one of whom I shall not mention. Don't want to be mentioned, it's fair enough, and cloak and dagger stuff. Yeah, 10 rapid rounds, or 10 rounds rapid as it was, came from David Hirons, who I've mentioned before. Thank you, David, for that. And David's getting ready for to watch Leicester City in the FA Cup final on Saturday. Big Leicester City fan. So good luck, David. I'm rooting for Leicester. I think from the Midlands. I know it's East Midlands, but you know, all together in Middle Earth. So come on, you foxes, whatever you say. And yeah, 10 rapid, and it got changed to 10 rapid rounds of peanut butter spreading. So make of that what you will. Claws on the top of the roof of your mouth, doesn't it? But this wasn't internal. Let's put it that way. An external spreading. Sorry, 10 rounds rapid. That alludes to the training. I think troops were given how to fire rifles and clean them, something like that. Anyway, quite what that's got to do with Leicester City, I'm not sure, but yeah, good luck to the Foxes. 10 rapid rounds of peanut butter spreading. Cheers, guys, thank you for that. Very interesting. And that introduction there was by Revivalry. Now the keen listeners amongst you will realise that last episode I played Revivalry, but I got the wrong, for some reason Spotify is playing the wrong song when I press it on the computer, and it's happened again tonight, so I had to just double check. I don't know what it was doing, and it can play a completely different song. So that there tonight was Revivalry, the young band Revivalry, age 14, average age. I've probably aged them about 10 years by playing the wrong bloody song, saying it was them, so I do apologise. And I still no idea who the original song, the other in episode 25 was by. No idea at all. But Revivalry there, good stuff. And I really like that, and worth checking out. Shame on you, Revivalry, shame on you. So well done to them, to those guys. So let's get on with it. Episode 26. And I've had this, it's about 3 weeks, maybe a little bit longer. It's in the box. It's in the box. And so I've got to open it to see what's going on. And it's an interesting title. I've got to try and to get it right. Today's Vinyl Reveal, episode 26, is another one. The Besnard Lakes. With the Besnard Lakes are the last of the great thunderstorm warnings, which could be quite apt. So it's looking a bit thundery. Yeah, so that's the title of the album. Good stuff. And I get the, it's just in the sleeve, actually. But we've got a little sticker on the front there. Besnard Lakes are the last of the great thunderstorm warnings. That's the title. Title of the band, the Besnard Lakes. To get confused. It's 2x LP, purple vinyl. Uncut album of the month, February 21. Includes a download code. Okay, cool. Now, I came across somebody on Twitter the other day. I can't think who it was. I should give him a shout out. I'm following him. I'll do it next time. And he said, when you get the labels on the front of your shrink wrapped, he keeps them. He like either peels them off or cuts them out and keeps these stickers. And I thought that's quite a cool idea. So I kind of recommend that. I don't know, if the sticker comes off easy, then you can put it onto your plastic sleeve. You put the cover in, or just keep them separately. I thought that's quite an interesting idea, just to keep those little things for in the future. So yeah, good idea, whoever that guy was. Sorry, I do apologise. I've mashed this together today. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, so before I just take that out of there, explain that away. Right, so we have a double album. So let's deal with it. It's like let's do the front and back as one, because then you'll see it better. You can see that. And those kind of nice painting, that is. It's like the coast, and that kind of reminds me of William Turner. Very late 17th century, was it now? No, late 18th century, early to mid 19th century painter. Romanticism painter. Painted a lot of the Thames. Houses of Parliament, best known for. Yeah, and those colours are very, very him, and the actual style is quite reminiscent of his too. So I like that. Hopefully we'll get to find out who painted that. That's really good, yeah. But William Turner-esque, so that. Really like that. Very dramatic. And fitting of the title and of the music. Anyway, and you can see the canvas. Actually, it's kind of, you can see the canvas, so it's nicely printed. Nice weight of stock. And we've got, because we've got a bind on this, so to speak, we've got a bit of space. The Besnard Lakes are the last of the great thunderstorm warnings. FTH 382LP. Let's go on to the back. There you go, some nice, simply laid out large text, which is nice. The Besnard Lakes are the last of the great thunderstorm warnings. I won't tire of saying that, I'm sure. They're a rundown of the tracks, and they've been split up nicely. I assume this is, so there'll be 3 on that side of that disc, 3 on that side, 2 on that side, and 1 sung on the last side of the last disc. So we've got Black Strap, we've got Raindrops, followed by Christmas Can Wait. And then on the B side of that, we've got Our Heads, Our Hearts on Fire Again. Feuds with Guns, The Dark Side of Paradise. And then on disc 2, we've got New Revolution, The Father of Time Wakes Up, and Last of the Great Thunderstorm Warnings, title track. Got some text there at the bottom. Project, which is quite interesting. This project is funded in part by Factor, the Government of Canada, and Canada's private radio broadcasters. That's interesting. And then they've got a French translation there, of course, for French-speaking Canadians, which is cool. P&C 2021, the Besnard Lakes, under exclusive license to Full-Time Hobby. So yeah, Full-Time Hobby, little logo there, which you won't really see, so small. A little brain type shape. Speed bubble type thing going on there. Bit 60s hippie trippy. Yeah, we've got just fulltimehobby.co.uk and thebesnardlakes.com. Got another logo there, Factor. We've got Canada, so and Foundation. What's that? Alberta Foundation for the Arts, which is pretty cool. So obviously, it's been sponsored, this kind of album, in a way, and supported and funded partly by a country, which is pretty bloody impressive. I can't see Boris digging into his hands to help somebody out over here. But there you go. Interesting stuff indeed. I like that, really nice. Now inside we've got another painting, which I wasn't expecting. So we're trying to figure out what's going on here. I've almost got like like a comet there, almost falling from the sky. It's kind of reddish sky. We've got all sorts going on here. Kind of abstract almost. Yeah, interesting piece of art. They've got some guns there, not like they're from Waterloo or something. It's interesting because William Turner had a painting called Waterloo, the Field of Waterloo. You check that one out. The colours on that similar to the painting on the front. So you've got a very kind of different form of painted art on the interior. Got some buildings here, some trees over here. It's all kind of looks a bit like hell, doesn't it? Almost. Yeah. There you go. Interesting indeed. Kind of that'd suit the last song. Yeah, last of the Great Thunderstorm Warning. The last. Yeah, the last 10 minutes of it. All will be revealed. I like that. I like my art. Good. Good stuff. Let's get inside. Okay. Plain inner there. Get them both out first. See what's going on. It's proving a little bit tough to get out. So, see if this. I've got an insert there. Oh, there we go. Okay. Pop that up there for the time being. Okay, we've got an insert. Besnard Lakes, plus title of album. Black. Script font, white script font on that. And then on the reverse we have the lyrics in this script font. Now, it's an interesting one. Not the easiest script font to read, but you can get there. Very tightly leaded there. But I'd rather see it just plain font and a bit smaller so I could read it, to be honest. But anyway, hey ho, this is what we've got. And then we've just got some drums by Kevin. Yeah, well, it's difficult to read. Jane. Joel Campbell. Bass by somebody. J-Sec. I'm sure it'll all come out in my notes. Yeah, got some guitar solos on there, some synth keys, and Vox and found sounds. Interesting. Found sounds. Yeah, got some credits. Written and produced and composed by J-Sec and Olga Gares. I think it is. Anyway. Yeah, mastered by Philip Gozeli. Cover painting by Kovu Lin Betts. Inner gatefold by Jold Stewart. Something about handwriting by Olga. So maybe she did all this by hand, which is quite a bloody. So she wrote all those out by hand and then digitally scanned it in or whatever. Kind of well done, but it is quite difficult to read. Never mind. Layout by DIT. Besnard Lakes. A few little logos there at the bottom. Guy on a horse and the same logo, actually the house and the guns and a guy on a winged person on a horse is the same as the interior. There. So interesting stuff. I like it. Okay. Let's have a quick look at the one of the discs. Okay. Purple vinyl. It's definitely purple. It's definitely your pinky purple going on. Quite nice. Solid purple. And now on the inner. Okay. We've got a horse. Looks to be on flames. On fire. Not on flames. On flame. so it's a bit scary, a little bit scary. On like a, what do you call that, like a dirt grey. And the Besnard Lakes, title of the album. That is side C I pulled out there. After death, no revolution, Father Time wakes up. Let's have a quick look just on one of these. Nothing, no, just catalogue numbers and whatnot on the runner. Let's wait. Vibrate with tradition now. It's quite heavy. I think it's quite 180. I'm going to go. Where is it? Let's go 170 for the hell of it. Well, I've got 141 on that. Feels heavier than that, something to me, but obviously losing it. Well, there you go. Nice bit of vinyl. That a nice colour. I'm quite sure how the colour relates to the album, particularly. But never mind. And I'll pop that back in there, safekeeping. Put that down there. Right there. And just to check on the same image of the burning horse or donkey, one of those. Okay, cool. And it's the same purple. So there you go. Interesting stuff. Nice cover. I love the art, particularly on the artwork, on the cover, so to speak. Now the Besnard Lakes are from Canada. It's been described this as a journey into and back from the brink. It kind of sums it up nicely. Release date was January the 29th, 2021. They're a sextet. There's 9 songs. They could be kind of listed as one. I think originally I kind of saw this as one, you know, and they blend into each other at the end of the tracks, which is quite nice. It's got that overall experience. It's almost like an experience, this album, which is good. For a treasure trove of previous ideas, so essentially they came back to this. They joined a new record company, so let's get some stuff out. What have you got in the back catalogue? They went through all the back stuff then used previous ideas, unrealised stuff, discarded material, and they came up with this album. I think it's really good. I'd never heard of these people. They've been around, formed in 2003. They've been around a long time, but I never heard of these people. I was playing Spotify. You know what it does? It goes on to some random music after I listened to something else. This came on forward. This is really cool. Really liked it. Grabbed my attention. Listen to the rest. But yeah, that's something a little bit different. Something I wouldn't normally go for. But that's what it's all about. Learning new stuff. Getting some new bands and some different sounds. Melodic, a lot of harmony, drone and dazzle in there. It's dreamy psychedelia, I'd say this. Psych punk. It's relaxing, ethereal, a bit war on drugs in places, felt. Sounding a little bit like Stereolab, a little bit spiritualized kind of groups. Yeah, they're from Montreal, originally in Canada. And they're the couple. The main 2 people are a couple, and that is husband and wife team of Jace Lasik and Olga Grace. Olga, who wrote out the lyrics. Band includes Kevin Lang, Richard Wright, Sheena Coe, and Robbie MacArthur. And yeah, it's really good. I think Kevin's been with them for the longest. Some of the others have come and gone over the years, kind of thing. But those are the guys who've contributed to this album in particular. Yeah, I think their first album was just the 2 of them, so they've kind of gravitated, you know, got more people involved, this kind of thing, their very first album. They had some other albums, 2015 Complex Museum. They've been on a few different labels, but yeah, I think in this one actually they kind of 3 labels came together and tried and sort of said, and they all worked together to bring this album to fruition. So that's so keen on getting it out, and really good. I've really enjoyed this. And on one of these, I'm not quite sure which one it is. I'm not sure if it's going to be the last song on the last side, it's got an endless groove in it because it ends in this fuzz for about 10 minutes. And it's got this endless groove, so it just keeps going and going and going. So you think, oh, I have to get up in a minute and turn this off. But no, it just keeps going. Mysteriously. Apparently, of course, I haven't tried it, so I only just opened it. But anyway, let's get into it. Some really good, throughout this psychedelia, it's easygoing, it's immersive, it's compulsive, it's quite engaging, just engrossing. Something really you don't hear very often. And the first song is called Blackstrap, movie-esque, very movie-esque, like a western-like movie. There's minimal lyrics in it, and throughout this, the lyrics are quite a bit back in the mix kind of thing. There's some tinkling triangles in this, space age synth, so you're getting all the instruments as well. They're very instrument-wise. They've been around a long time and they know what they're doing. There's a lot of strings to the bow. 3 minutes is a phone ring and a heavy bass takeover. So if it starts ringing, my phone's going, actually. It's on the sun. We've had a few songs of that recently. 508 is some backing singing. It fades to a sci-fi synth, almost like 2001: A Space Odyssey. You can almost feel that song being in that film. Really good. Good stuff. It's a good start. Blackstrap. Raindrops. That's probably one of the top songs on the album, if not the top song. That's number 2. It's got a slow opening. It's high pitched. The pitching's quite high pitched in this one. Lush swaves, in there. And there's a duet, nice duet. And throughout this, again, we've got both people singing different points. Really nice, keeps it interesting. Just kind of flows over you, makes you feel really like this a lot. And there's some lyrics in there. I can feel the raindrops falling down. What you feel is the light emotion, I think it says. And all the time I'm falling to the ground. It's got descending, xylophone-ish in there, some thumping bass, very rhythmic, builds the emotions. It's like an emotion builder, this on. It warbles. It just overwhelms you, really. I've put like a whirlpool. When you're like in a whirlpool and you just want to kind of grab onto the side, but no, do you really? You just sort of washed away in it like this. That's what it's like. You've never seen me do that before. Never again. Raindrops, a top song, really good. Again, bleeds into the next song. Christmas Can Wait, another good song, good structure, really nicely structured throughout. This is nice structure in the songs. It's got eerie, almost Tangerine Dream kind of feel to this. We're getting a lot of periods where there's without singing in it. It's very immersive. 125, it really comes to life in 3 hits. I've put effects on the voice. There's some effects being played on the voice, echoing This Is Goodbye, My Love, Christmas Can Wait. I thought it was a really nice line in there. But like 3, so interesting, so well structured, and so you can like pick these pieces out in the song, which I thought was really clever. 3:30, there's an outro. Then at 5, keyboard, moody background, off what's tinkle warbling. I've put 5:47, the bass adds in. 6:10, the drums come in, female voice comes in on repeat, and then at 6:30, kind of War on Drugs-esque guitar out to the end. It's really well structured, some really good song melodies. Christmas Can Wait, indeed. Number 4, Our Heads, Our Hearts on Fire Again. Female voice here, vocal leading, a bit 90s, like a proper nice good bit of singing. Some really good singing on it. On the Other Side of the World, it came through like a piece of metal, but might be wrong. In the time it takes to make the earth move, tracking lives fossilized in layers and lines which tell time. Nice lyrics there. Put angels there, but no idea why. 110, heavy bass and a change of gear again. Some late 70s feel to it somehow, some violins in there. There's a lot going on, but it's all very welcoming, and it's not contrasting, not jarring. It doesn't jar against it at all. It's very welcoming. Again, a great horn-like guitars and some ups and downs in there. Another great song. Feuds with Guns, number 5. I've put like a warbling bird song of a dodo. Now, I don't think anybody has ever heard a dodo or did hear a dodo, but if a dodo did sing, I think it would sound like this sound, to be honest. There's a male voice, deep submerged bass, a really submerged deep bass on that, really nice. Feels coastal, this, got a coastally feel to it. Washes at laps at your consciousness, I've put in gentle waves. Orchestral feel at the end. Number 6, you've still gone with the interest to this point. Number 6, still good song, another good song, The Dark Side of Paradise. There's a lyric there, please believe me when I say it's true, which I really like. There's an in and out effect on the voice a little bit, but playing around with the voices. Like a sung in a warped mirror. And some really slow fuzz in there, some really feedbacky fuzz in there, really nice. That for building ear piercing, almost hyperdrive, like it's going into hyperdrive, almost, you know, like that Star Wars when that shoots up into it. It's like that sound, that really deep ear piercing hyperdrive type sound, and it really enjoyed that sound. That was really good. 542, piano notes in the distance, overcoming the fuzz. There's guitar. It's like every note in this has been played with love and care. I thought that was a nice way of putting it. It's like everything feels really well structured and well thought out, and loved. It feels really loved, and like they've put a lot of time and attention to detail in this, and I thought it would come out really well. Song there, number 7, is okay. Not one of the best songs. It's talked about, you know, this all washes over you in a way, and sometimes you need a bit of something to spark your attention. I think it really got that with 7, but 8 was pretty good. The Father of Time wakes up. Sound like Wales, I put in this. Wales the mammal, not Wales the country. Wales. Simple vocals, some wind type sounds in there, and a nice lyric, with love there is no death. 2:15, guitar kicks in. It's probably their rockiest song. It's got a guitar solo almost at the end, which I've alluded to on there's some a bit of guitar solo work in there, which is quite nice. It's their rockiest song, I would say, number 8. The Father of Time wakes up, which was a nice little change of pace there, for at the right time. And then it ends beautifully with Last of the Great Thunderstorm Warnings at 17:53 minutes long, or longer if this is the one with the bloody extra, you know, the groove that goes on forever. And this is one you just turn the lights off, let it take over you. Brings everything to the table, I think, this one, and it leaves you wanting nothing. 6:45, it stops, goes into this fuzz, starts this intergalactic fuzz, tearing through the atmosphere type sounds to finish. The Sound of the Cursed Earth, I've put, which is Cursed Earth is in 2000 AD, 2000 AD, 2000 AD, the comic, the UK comic, weekly comic, Judge Dredd. Yeah, you get sent to the Cursed Earth at some place, like this place outside the city, like hardly anybody is, but you know, a bit like Mad Max kind of, you know, kind of dusty hellhole. A bit like that. If this Sound of the Cursed Earth, this would be it. That kind of wind rush sort of sound, really, really interesting stuff. Psychedelic, chilled out, relaxing, interesting as well. So they've produced a really, really good album, something I wouldn't normally particularly go for. It's a nice change of pace for me. Turn the lights out, you're going to love it. Really good album. The last of the Thunderstorm Warnings, the Besnard Lakes. So there you go, there's the album. Really good artwork, different artwork, front and back. So well done to everybody involved in that, bringing out that album. It's all good stuff. Put that on there, I'm going to fall down a bit. So I think that's it. I think I've covered everything. Let's see what we can put on. Let's start with Side A. And Black Strap, really good song. One of the top songs on the album. Try and get this out, tighten those plain sleeves. So thank you for joining me again. Hope you've enjoyed it. Check them out, Besnard Lakes. And the Besnard Lakes are actually a series of lakes in Canada. So So named after, so a nice little advert for Canada there. So go and check the Besnard Lakes out if you're up in Canada sometime. Lovely part of the world, indeed. So anyway, without further ado, see you again for episode number 27, coming soon. Thanks for your time. I hope you've enjoyed it. Besnard Lakes, last of the great thunderstorm warnings on purple vinyl. Go and get it. You'll enjoy it. Take care. Bye.